All right, welcome back. So this is a 1 month check-in about my weight loss journey here. I've been posting a couple things so far. So, for my first video, then I posted the McDonald's run, then I posted the donut cheat meal review, and now this. So this is the 1 month check-in. So far, it's been going pretty well, not too bad. I'll get into the nitty-gritty of what I've been eating, how I've been working out, all the cons and pros of this kind of thing, my experience so far, and like how much longer I have, what my plans are for the future, all that stuff. But first, if you guys like this kind of stuff, if you guys like me as a person, you've liked what you've seen so far, make sure to like the video, subscribe down below, hit that bell icon, all the stuff. But let's get into the check-in. So, I started on the 12th of February. Today is March 14th, so it's been a month and 2 days, pretty much. It's been a struggle for me a little bit. This isn't the first time I've done this kind of thing, I definitely know what it feels like to be hungry, like starving at night, that kind of thing. However, I have more to do now, and with the territory of being hungry and like working out like as intensely as I want to, and with work, and then try to do this YouTube thing, and then a full-time relationship, and it can get kind of exhausting. You feel low energy just all the time because you're not getting enough calories, and that makes sense, right? Of course, it makes sense. You're in a high deficit, your body doesn't have the fuel it needs to keep going, and you're overworking it constantly. So like, I've had a couple days, periodically, where I just feel absolutely drained, just burned out. I can't respond to people when they're talking to me. I don't feel like doing anything. I have the energy to just do absolutely nothing except lay in bed. That's it. So it's definitely been tough in that regard. Where I have felt good with doing this thing is just how I feel in my own skin. The progress I've made after 1 month is 12 pounds. I started at 211. I was at 199 as of this morning, like 199.2. But to do some quick math, that's just 3 pounds a week I've been losing, which isn't too much. If I lose 12 pounds a month for the next 3 months, that's only 36 pounds more, which would get me to my goal. But I don't know if I can continue losing it at this rate, because I feel, I'm definitely going to get tired of doing it this way. So, just considering the amount that I've had to cut down my calories, and like how much I worked out and all that stuff, and how tired I've been feeling, feel like there should have been more. I'm the type of person who loves instant gratification, like seeing results to keep me motivated. So that's why I've always struggled with maintaining it for a long period of time, is because I'll do it for the first couple of days, maybe a week. I'll feel really good. I'll see like some pounds drop, and then I'd plateau, right? And I think everyone goes through this. They just plateau, and it feels like you're working out, you're eating right, but you're still not losing any weight. And like that, people really focus on the number of weights. My mom is a triathlete, so she encourages me to not just focus on the number, but like the fat percentage, the muscle mass, and all that. Like all these numbers do determine, your body composition, and like you can be two people can be 190 pounds and look completely different depending on the other numbers for their body composition. So I've decided not to put too much stock into the actual number of weight, because I have been doing a lot of strength training as well as cardio. But speaking of, let's get to the workouts that I've been doing. So in the beginning, in the first week, I only worked out 4 times that week. So I did it every other day until I got to the second week, where I tried to do it 5 days a week. And then I've just been doing it 5 days a week for like the last 3 weeks of the month. So my workouts mainly consist of either, if it's like super early, because I have to go to work early in the morning and I'm really tired at night sometimes, so I don't work out at night. I prefer to work out at night. I feel like it makes me sleep better, especially after a shower. You get into a bed, it's just so nice. You get nice and sleepy, you get relaxed, it's great. But sometimes I have to work out in the morning, and if I don't have a lot of time, or I wanted to like sleep in just a little bit, I'll just do some cardio followed up with some abs. Otherwise, I will be doing like a push-pull split. So I do days where it's like heavy compound lifting, and other days where it's just like long reps, lightweight, that kind of thing, you know. And then I try to get in, even if it's not a cardio day, I try to get in cardio, like maybe 1.5 miles of sprints before I start my strength training. That's been working out so far. I feel pretty okay with that. Especially like I've had to work up to the 1.5 miles. I think I was just doing maybe like 1/2 mile or like a mile about the first week. So it was you know, it was a workup. So the workouts have been not too bad. I don't feel unmotivated. It's great. In terms of the diet, so this is where I would not recommend to anyone what I've been doing, because my diet is very sparse for like the amount I work out. The first week I was having a Cliff Bar for breakfast every morning on my way to work, and then I would wait until about, so like for reference, the time for that would be like 9ish. I would have a Cliff Bar in the car, and then I would wait until lunch, which for me would be around 2:30 or 3 o'clock, where I would have about a cup of rice. I would have like a cup to a cup and a half of some kind of chicken, maybe teriyaki chicken, like garlic chicken, some kind of chicken, and then I would have like some broccoli slaw with some coleslaw sauce and a little bit of like that, like grated Kraft Parmesan cheese. You know, like the powdery stuff. Yeah. So I would do that for my lunch, and that would basically be it for the rest of the day. And it's not, you know, super healthy. So sometimes I would find myself like needing more calories at night, and I don't know. I got into a mindset where I felt like I shouldn't be eating so much, even though I'm not actually eating that much. I feel like I should be eating even less, and that's not a healthy mindset. So I decided to add more calories, but like in a kind of a compromise, so I wouldn't have to eat at night. I added more calories to my lunch and made it just a bigger meal, kind of. So what I do now, and what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks, is I have a Mountain Dew energy drink in the morning because of the exhaustion that I've just been facing due to like being low in calories and like having to work out and like going to work, doing this YouTube thing, you know. Oh, and I'm moving out. Yeah, that's an update. That'll be a video coming at some point when I'm done with everything. And then, so after the energy drink, I would work, and then I would take my lunch now at around 3 or 3:30 to like go even later. And I have a little bit more rice, I have more chicken, I still have the slaw, I have 2 string cheeses, I have a sparkling water, and then I also have 1 bag of like those Cheetos Puffs. They're like 200 calories. So I just make it one large meal. And so that, I find that helps me, that helps curb my hunger pangs at night. Not like to the point where I'm not hungry anymore, but it's to the point that it's tolerable now. I can go to sleep properly without just being super hungry. In terms of cheat meals, so if I had to do this for just a month, like this spare diet, I would not make it. So I've been giving myself cheat meals on Sundays. So the first Sunday I had Mexican food. It was great. I had enchiladas, rice, beans, and birria tacos. That was fantastic. The second Sunday I had donuts, you know, which I made a video of. It's on my channel. Go check it out. Great donuts, by the way. And then for my third one, I actually ended up having Forelli's pizza, which was great. I almost ate a whole pizza. It was delicious. It was fantastic. And then so I'm recording this on Tuesday. So this last Sunday, my grandma was still here. Before she went back to Texas, she made me something called paneer parantas, which, if you guys don't know, it's like a tortilla stuffed with like Indian cheese, like some chili powder, black pepper, salt. It's delicious. It's really, really good. And she made like 7 or 8 before she left. And I just threw those all back on Sunday. So that was my cheat meal for this. So then we get to me going to my suit fitting yesterday, and it was a wonderful experience. I recommend this tailor shop if you're looking for a custom suit. I think the minimum you have to pay is like $2,000, so keep that in mind. But it's called So Generously Bespoke. It's in Seattle. It's great. I recommend it to anyone who wants to have a custom suit. But I went to my fitting, and they wrapped like this stretchy black elastic around me, one around my hip, one around my waist. When he did that, and I saw my muffin top spill out, that's when I decided I'm not losing weight fast enough. I have to do it a little bit faster than I am, maybe around an average of 4 pounds a week, just so I can make it on time. I really want to look good for this, so I am going to not do my cheat meals on Sundays anymore. What I've decided to do instead is have smaller lunches and have small dinners as well. So I'm gonna add those into my daily. I think overall it'll keep me in a calorie deficit, because when I do my cheat meals on Sundays, I definitely go way past my daily needed calories, even not even just the calorie deficit I put myself in, just like the daily calories my body would need. Like it's about 2100 calories according to my calculation. I go way past it on cheat days. So I think overall, if I stay in just a little less of a calorie deficit, add more calories on my daily basis, but I stay in a calorie deficit overall for the month, just throughout the week, don't go over it all, I think it'll bode well for me. And I'm hoping this will also give me a little more energy for my workouts and my daily tasks. So I'm gonna try this out for this month, and then for the 2-month check-in, I'll update how that goes. I mean, fingers crossed I can do this without cheat meals. I love cheat meals. They keep me sane, you know? Mostly, I would want to just share my experience about what it also feels like to plateau. It feels hopeless for a little bit. I don't know why it gets that way. You initially do great, you step on the scale, weight goes down, you feel good after working out, and then for a week or a week and a half, the number plateaus, you feel bloated. At least I did. I felt bloated. I felt like I was fatter than when I started, which doesn't make any sense, I know. But that point, I just was so sad, just so depressed about that. And I know this sounds absolutely dramatic and it's not that big of a deal, but I'm just trying to share my authentic experience and why I struggle with this kind of stuff is because of my personality, and I like to see results to keep me motivated. When I see the opposite, when I see this absolutely not working, I tend to lose any motivation to do to continue with this. So to fight through that was definitely the hardest part of this month. I wonder if I'll see that again, and because after that week and a half, I felt fantastic, and I've consistently lost weight as well since then. And I think getting over the hump, I think a lot of people might struggle with that. So I just wanted to share my experience and how I dealt with that and how I was able to get over it, just in case it could help anyone. It should work, right? In theory, if you're eating less food, you're exercising more, your body will need to consume more body fat. It will need to consume more calories to keep it functioning, right? So in theory, you should continue to lose weight, lose fat. However, when that number plateaus and you feel fatter, it gets kind of hard to see that. So what I think was happening is I didn't lose weight, as in the number on the scale, because the amount of fat I might have been dropping might have been being replaced with muscle that was building because of my strength training. And I think I felt bloated because I was also drinking a lot more water because I was trying to stay hydrated. And drinking water throughout the day definitely, I think in the beginning, makes you feel more bloated. And when you're building muscle, you're gonna feel denser, you're gonna feel heavier. So all those factors combined, if you don't think about that, it can feel like what you're doing isn't working, when in fact it is. There's just a little awkward period, a growing period, where it just feels wrong, but it's still working in theory, you know? I think my advice to people who also go through that hump is to just stick through it, which sounds so simple. I know, it is so simple, but sticking through it is hard in action. It's very simple to say, but it's hard in action. And I think I've stuck to this pretty well over the past month, and I'm very excited to keep it going because I've been seeing results, and I really hope I can make it in time. We have T-minus 3 months left, so wish me luck, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.